Good morning. Yeah, we are here on a statewide action in New South Wales, northern New South Wales. Lismore Bunnings shop trying to thank Bunnings so much for their action in Victoria, that they actually have stopped taking any timber from Victoria's Forest Corporation, where we asked them to do the same thing here in New South Wales, because we just heard from the EPA, as well as we've just been scat hunting in the Myrtles Station Forest near Casino, and we found some koala scats there. So they're not doing their homework, and that's why they get a little bit fined from time to time. But in the end, it's just shocking what's happening in our forests, and that's a government-run organization and owned organization. So in some way, we just want to encourage good companies like Bunnings for what they've done in Victoria, saying we're not buying any more of that wood because you're not doing your job properly. So I think it's an easy step for Bunnings to do that all over the country, and showing leadership by just caring for our wildlife and our koalas and for our trees in the end, you know, that there's a proper operation regarding and following the rules. So thanks a lot for your interest, and hopefully it will all happen, but it is really time to act and stand up and talk to your local politicians, because it is outrageous what's happening in our forests, and most people don't know that we are the worst hotspot on the world level of any developed countries in the way we're logging our forests in the moment, and that's after the huge fires we had. So you think, like, give them a break. We have plantation timbers, there's all kinds of alternatives, so we should just start thinking the modern way, trying to keep this planet a bit longer ticking over so that we can be a longer time here. All the best, thanks so much.
Hi, I'm Miriam. I live in Lismore now. I've come from North Queensland, and I've seen what's happened there, and I want to thank Bunnings for for the decision they made in Victoria to stop using native timbers in their store. And I just want to say to the consumers, that come to Bunnings, and to Bunnings itself, they can go further and they can be on the right side of history and exercise their power for good. To let Bunnings know what they want, which is we want native logging to stop, and we want companies like Bunnings to stop using that timber so we can have forests for the future.
Hi, I'm Kerry. I came down to Bunnings today because by 2050, as we're going, koalas are going to be extinct. Bunnings continue to log our state forests, which are really important habitats for the koala and for many other native species. And we're here to ask Bunnings to stop. They have stopped in Victoria. They've decided not to sell sourced timber from state forests down there, and we want them to do the same in New South Wales, so that we can help protect habitats for all of our native species.